about?
You know, it was a crazy road for me, but you learn a lot. You learn a lot throughout your mistakes, and I feel like Messiah and the rest of the Toronto Raptors, they felt the same way about the situation and feel the same way about my play and what I could bring to a team. And you know, I still have a lot to prove, but you know, them signing me for this 2 years give me a boost of confidence, and you know, I'm going to work my hardest to help us go further than what we did last year.
You had a lot of guys in this room backing you, DeMar, Kyle, guys. Do you think that played a role in you coming back?
Of course, you know, they're a solid foundation already. You know, they already went to the playoffs. They had a successful end of the year. You know, you don't want to mess that up, but when you have teammates that know what I can do and know I can help, you know, know I can blend in with the team well, gel in with the team, and they don't have to worry about no problems with that. And all I want to do is win. I'm about winning, and I feel like these guys know that.
Did you have a chance to watch? I mean, I know you had your own playoffs that were going on, but did you have a chance to watch the Brooklyn series?
Right. You know, we watch everybody. You know,
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna happen. So every game that was on, we caught it, either as a team or I caught it by myself in a hotel. You know, I felt like they played great. They did a lot of things right, and we still have a lot to build with a young team like what we have.
Did you imagine yourself in there? I mean, they were having such a problem with Joe Johnson. Everybody talks about, wow, James Johnson could have done a job.
Right. No, you know, who knows what I could have did.
Yeah.
You know, Joe Johnson was cooking. He's a great player, one of the best scorers in our league, and you know, there's no saying I would have been a factor or been there to stop him. But I know one thing: I would have stepped up to the challenge and accepted it.
How different is your game, James, from when you left here a couple of years ago?
I'm just more mature about my game. You know, I'm just doing the little things, finding my niche nowadays, and just getting opportunity to score when I can. And if not, don't worry about the offensive end.
What's your relationship like with Dwayne Casey now?
Oh, it never was bad. You know, we had our bumps, but you know, that's war. It's a war out there when we're playing a game, and sometimes you say stuff that you can regret, or you say stuff that you don't really mean. And you know, Dwayne Casey's a great guy, and I feel like he realizes that, and we move forward from where we at. We had a great conversation, and I'm just ready to win, and I know he is.
Did you have conversations with the other guys, DeMar, other guys you befriended?
I met him up in Las Vegas. I got to see him run a little bit, but me and DeMar, we've always been good friends and stayed close throughout, even when I was not with the Raptors.
What's your impression of, I guess, the way things have caught momentum here in Toronto? The fans, I'm sure you heard about, they were kind of the talk of the NBA. What's your impression of how things have changed sort of in the environment here in Toronto since?
It's just a winning environment. You know, you could tell, you know, the little games I caught on the playoffs, to have all them fans in the street watching on the big screen when they were in Brooklyn playing, is just a testament of how much the country stayed behind them and how much these guys on this team want to win.
What type of roles Casey talked about for you on this team going forward?
You know, we really just playing defense, being an opportunity scorer, and just doing the little things. You know, every day practice hard, and just try to get our guys to the next level where we're playing team defense.
When you were here a few years ago with Casey, have you seen any difference in what the coach is trying to do defensively from back when you were with the team?
I don't know if he's trying to do anything different. I feel like the guys who are here, they've been here for a while, so they're finally starting to catch on, and it's become second nature. They're not thinking about where they have to be on defense anymore. From when Dwayne Casey first got here, you know, it was new to all of us, his defensive schemes. But, you know, I went to Memphis, it was the same kind of defense, and I seen these guys, they're buying into their defense out here in Toronto, and guys are where they need to be.
Memphis known as a defensive team, and out west that's a little unusual, but from what you've seen, how important is that to be a successful organization?
You know, if you're not having a good shooting day, you can always do what you can control. You can't control the ball going in the hole, but you can control locking down your guy, being where you need to be. And at the end of the day, the saying is true: defense wins games.
Is that you at this stage in your career? Is that how you define yourself?
I define myself as an all-around basketball player, not no defensive player, not no offensive player. I play the game how it's supposed to be played. and that's just how I want to be labeled, as just a basketball player. You know, I'm stepping up to the challenge. If there's a guy that coach needs me to lock down, then I'm not worried about getting buckets when you have an all-star like DeMar DeRozan, and you got guys who can shoot the three ball as well as Kyle Lowry.
Played with DeMar obviously a few years ago and said you guys are close. What have you noticed about his development to being an all-star now and arguably one of the better players?
He was already a good player to me, one of the best scorers in the league when I was here. His mid-range game is spectacular, one of the best I've seen since I've been in the league. But just his all-around game, his willing to pass, his willing to not try to do too much, and just want to be a winner. And he wants to be part of a winning team. And it's hard to find all-stars that just want to win and not want to get 30.
You mentioned DeMar. How much of a role do you feel he played in you coming back here? The reason why you're back in Toronto?
You know, like I said, these guys know I'm winners. I'm a winner. They know that I'm gonna work hard, you know, and I'm gonna hold people accountable. I expect the same for DeMar. I expect the same for Kyle, you know, to hold me accountable. Patrick, you know, Vasquez, hold me accountable for things that I'm doing wrong on the court as well. And I think that when you could hold somebody accountable and you guys can talk it out and fix it as a team instead of arguing, I think you go a longer way.
With Toronto having a lot of the same players coming back this year, how do you feel stepping into that and being part of it?
It is what it is. I came from the D League and had to play a major role with Memphis, and after my role was accomplished or was over with, and they had their guys all healthy, you know, they kept playing them, and I want to win, you know, and I'm gonna be cheering for my team. It's gonna be no faking when I stand up clapping for my guys, and they're gonna know that.
You were a really versatile guy when you were here. Casey had you both, like, you covered LaMarcus Aldridge for one game, had a great game, then he put out against a small forward. Is that a role that you're comfortable with, where you're going to see a lot of different people?
I'm going to accept the challenge regardless what the name on the back of the jersey is. You know, at the end of the day, it's basketball. We're at the same level, and no one's going to feel sorry for our team, and we're not going to feel sorry for no other team. So if coach puts me on a guy, then like I said, I'm going to step up to the challenge and try to guard him as best as my abilities.